How to shop for sapphires. Sapphires are a great alternative to the traditional choice of a diamond when shopping for wedding or engagement rings. They tend to be a bit less expensive, allowing for a larger stone in the same price range. There are many colors, shapes, and designs to choose from when shopping for these beautiful stones. Part 1. Picking a sapphire. 1. Decide which type of sapphire you are in the market for. Are you looking for a larger stone or a certain shape? Would you like to buy a sapphire that is the traditional blue, or are you looking for a sapphire in a different color? Before you go shopping, decide what size, shape, and color sapphire you're looking for. If you are looking for an engagement or wedding ring, make sure you have a set budget before you go shopping. If you establish a budget prior to shopping, you might be more likely to keep to it and only look at stones in your price range. Consider if you want a custom-designed piece of jewelry, or if you want to buy a ready-made piece. Or, alternatively, you can purchase loose stones. If you want loose stones or a custom design, you may have to visit specific dealers that offer these services. Also, consider the preferences and desires of the person you are buying the sapphire for. If it is an engagement ring, for example, make sure you pick a sapphire that your partner will enjoy and want to wear. 2. Understand which types of sapphires are the most valuable. Like most precious gemstones, sapphires are priced based on color, cut, clarity, and carat size. The first measure for pricing a sapphire is its color. Lighter blue sapphires with violet or purple undertones will likely be priced the highest, around $1,000 for a single carat stone. Sapphires come in many different colors, but each color will be accompanied by a different value and price. Sapphire value is based on the basic color of the gem as well as any secondary hues and tones that appear when light hits the stone. For example, a yellow sapphire that has green or gray undertones is less valuable than a yellow sapphire that is more pure, with white undertones or flashes. Look for any brown or gray hues in the stone. These types of tones diminish the value of the gem. You want a sapphire that has a deep, rich saturation of one color. 3. Decide which cut of sapphire you would like. Sapphires traditionally come in a cushion, an oval or rounded shape. There are a variety of other less common shapes, but you are most likely to find sapphires cut into these specific shapes while shopping. Pick a sapphire that has a cut that best shows off the luster and shine of the stone. A good cut will enhance these qualities and appear more brilliant when it catches the light. The table of the stone, which is the flat surface across the top, should be level and smooth, and there should not be any dull areas on the stone when it moves and catches light. 4. Understand how to check for clarity. With sapphires, unlike other precious stones like diamonds, you can check the clarity with the naked eye. If you can look at the sapphire and confirm that there are no dark spots or discrepancies in the stone, it is likely very valuable. Because of the environment in which sapphires form, some inclusions or tiny specks from other minerals are a normal occurrence. It's the deep color of sapphires that helps cover or mask these slight imperfections, and still allows the stone to be considered very valuable. 5. Know what to avoid. Most sapphires undergo certain treatments prior to being placed on the market. These treatments are designed to enhance color, shine, and overall appearance. Some treatments, though, can diminish the value of the stone and undermine the integrity of the coloring and appearance. Most sapphires you buy from a jeweler likely underwent heat treatment, which is used to sharpen the color of the sapphire and eliminate blemishes and imperfections in the stone. It doesn't substantially lower the value of the stone, though, and it is appropriate to assume that most of the stones you will find at a jewelry store underwent this process, unless it is otherwise noted. A treatment called irradiation is sometimes used on sapphires, particularly those that are yellow in color. This process can cause the stone to become easily diminished or damaged by further heat or light exposure, and it can dramatically devalue the stone. Make sure your chosen stone was not treated with irradiation. There is often a label on stones treated with this method, but even if there is not a label, ask the dealer or jeweler to provide you with that documentation. 6. Research local jewelers and gem dealers. There are a good deal of synthetic sapphires on the market, and you don't want to end up paying for a genuine stone and not receiving it. Make sure you pick a dealer that has a straightforward return and refund policy. That way, you can take the ring to be evaluated after you purchase it, and return it if it turns out to be synthetic. Ask around. If you know anyone who recently went ring or jewelry shopping, ask about their experiences with different jewelers in the area. You want to pick a jeweler you can trust and work well with, since purchasing precious gemstones is likely going to be a hefty financial investment. Part 2. Getting the best price. 1. Consider avoiding the brand names. Well-known stores like Tiffany Company have beautiful stones and generally good reputations, but you will end up paying more just for the name and the buying experience at these stores. Try to go to a locally owned and operated jeweler to avoid these extra costs. Locally or family-owned jewelers might also have more room to negotiate price with you than a big retailer. Negotiation is possible with any dealer, but with an independent dealer, you might be less likely to pay for the extra services and add-ons that name brands tack on. 2. Check estate sales. If you want something with a little more history and charm, try estate sales or auctions in the area. Make sure any sapphire you purchase from an estate sale comes with proper documentation as proof of authenticity. Even if the ring or stone comes with documentation, take it to be evaluated as a condition for purchasing it. Make sure an appraiser can verify its value before you buy it. 3. Decide the best time to buy. Some jewelers are a bit slower with sales in the summer months, and might be more willing to negotiate on price at these slower times. Even if you are getting engaged and don't plan to pop the question for a few more weeks, buying at the right time could save you a good amount on the ring of your choice. Keep an eye on sales in the area. If you plan to finance your sapphire, watch for financing specials that might include things like 0% interest or lower monthly payments. 4. Consider purchasing a synthetic or lab-created sapphire. Most synthetic sapphires have the same appearance and qualities of a genuine sapphire, but cost much less, and will be a lot easier to fit into a smaller budget. Rather than being naturally grown and mined, these sapphires are grown in a lab setting. They have the same basic atomic properties as a natural sapphire, but cost less and have less of an impact on the environment as a result of not requiring mining. Part 3. Maintaining your sapphire. 1. Avoid scratching your sapphire with other gemstones. Diamonds especially can cause some damage to the surface of your sapphire, so avoid wearing a diamond close to a sapphire and storing them in the same pouch. To be safe, keep your sapphire in a soft, protective pouch or box when you are not using or wearing it. This will keep it away from other gemstones and environmental damage. 2. Remove your sapphire jewelry before swimming. Like many other types of precious stones, chlorinated water can be damaging to the color and surface of your sapphire. Make sure you take it off and store it in a safe place before swimming. Remove and store your ring before swimming in the ocean as well. Getting into cold water can cause your fingers to shrink a bit, and you might be more prone to lose your ring in the water from it slipping off. 3. Clean your stone with a toothbrush and dish soap. Try not to use a soap that has any kind of scrubbing beads or abrasive element in it. Use the toothbrush, soap, and warm water to gently scrub the surface of your sapphire. If it is set in a ring, make sure to scrub gently around the setting. However your sapphire is set, be sure to consider that setting when cleaning. Certain metals, like gold and silver, react badly to things like ammonia. Make sure you aren't accidentally damaging the setting of your gem. Tips. Don't rush. Purchasing jewelry and gemstones is a financial investment, so take your time in choosing and buying.